it's 6:45 p.m. from Blazers Ice Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as we are going to get straight into the pregame show here tonight. Your Wranglers looking to split the series on the road against the Oklahoma Warriors. Last night was not, by any means in the imagination, a great night, but it's one of those games where, talking to head coach Michael Hill, it was a situation of, well, you kind of look at it the next day and you go, well, really, what went wrong? What do we need to change? And how do we kind of need to prepare for the game at hand today? Like we talked about earlier on social media, it's a new day, so let's get after it. It's a new day, so indeed, let's get after it. Just making sure we got all the social media festivities taken care of, in which we do. The link for the YouTube audio-only feed has been shared. And let's get into the lineups here for both these teams tonight. For the Oklahoma Warriors, their starting forward line will be Ben Likens on the left, center of Chance Burleson, and right wing Kyle Sorensen. Defensive pairings of John Kelly and Joseph Luger, and Billy Stuskey in net again tonight for the Warriors. Remaining forward lines of Jakob Benderek, Dominic Kiss, Jakob Gallnor, William Francisco Parent, Joey DeRosa, Mason Wright, Ronnie Wade, AJ Iwinski, who it's his birthday, as well as one of the members of the Wranglers as well, Jake Bollinger. So we got both teams with a birthday aside here tonight. I think that's probably one of the rarest things you'll find all season long, is somebody on both sides of the benches having a birthday on the same day, also during a game day at that. Grady Knutson, and then defensive pairings of Ethan Ganyua, Bronson Sabol, Nathan De Silva, and Trent Burlinson, and an extra skater being dressed in Denny O. And now for your Amarillo Wranglers starting lineups. On the left wing, it's Mason Lupo. In center, it's Captain Jacob Miller. And on the right, it's Jake Fortin. Defensive pairings of Cruz Smith and Yuri Kiritai. And back in net tonight, Trenton Peterson. Well, Peterson kind of had a bad break in net last night. Goals 2 and 3. Not really a whole lot he could have done about those at the end of the day. But after that third goal went in, obviously kind of have to make a little bit of a difficult decision, even though really goals 2 and 3, not a whole lot he can do about them. He's still at that point, in the mind of head coach Michael Hill, have to make the difficult decision. Well, do you leave him in, even though goal 2 was just in the back, and then after getting deflected off of one of his own defenseman's leg, and then that third one was really just kind of what head coach Michael Hill had to talk about tonight. It was really just kind of keeping your shape and not just scrambling. You saw it a lot last night. There was a lot of scrambling from this team. They were kind of, at times, putting themselves in a position where they were not really playing so much the puck, but really just playing where everybody was. It was kind of like, oh, everybody's over here in this quarter, so let's all go over here. But when you do that, like we saw with that goal last night, the first one for the Warriors, just a man wide open on the back door. So one of those conversations that Michael Hill was talking about, just kind of that idea of make sure you're marking your man, also the puck, just making sure we're not turning our backs on guys, making sure we're keeping our heads up, but also at times just kind of getting a little bit of fire under your feet. He said, going into tonight's game, for me, it's really about just making sure the guys know that they just got to get fired up. They got to play every game, every shift. Like, it's a championship game. Like, there's a cup on the line. He goes, when you play every game like it's a championship game, a game 7 of a cup final, game 5 of a cup final, or whatever it might be, you got to play every game like that. You got to bring that intensity every night. So really, that was one of the major things echoed by Coach Michael Hill, is just kind of crank up the intensity a little bit here tonight. Obviously, it's difficult when you're kind of in that mental battle. He said, down a couple goals early, you're down 3-0. with under 5 minutes not even gone by in the first period. And really for him, he was very proud of how the team kept this game in kind of striking distance after they made it just a 2-goal deficit, 4-2 scoreline. But as we remember from last night, if you tuned into that one, a goal within the first 28 seconds of the third period. Well, that was kind of just the nail in the coffin for last night's contest. But tonight, like we talked about, it's a new night, and a series split on the road is something that you'll always take. 2 points go a long way. It's a long season, so we'll have to see how tonight goes. But for the remaining lines of forwards for your Wranglers, it's Kirill Astanev on the left, Igor Petrov in center, Danlo Dillon on the right, Ian Bjors on the left, Taya Zadi in center, Dominic Demukievs on the right, Daniel Rasega on the left, Alphonse Gentler in center, Jake Bullinger, and again, happy birthday to Bully on the right. Extra forward being dressed tonight in Jaden Shirk. And then remaining defensive pairings of Lucas Schaefer, Tavon McGorrister, Hayden Hedquist, and Landon Poe. And again, your Amarillo Wranglers are coached by head coach Michael Hill and assistant coach Lucas Stern. Well, we'll take a look at some scores around the league as we've had some games already start so far here tonight. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. Well, some East Division action going on early. New Hampshire Mountain Kings up 2-1 over the New Jersey Titans. 12 minutes left in the third period in that one. Maine Nordiques up 1-0 over the Elmira Aviators. That game is getting ready to head into the second period in just a few minutes. Over in Canton Ice House, home of the Northeast Generals, the Gens up 1-0 over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. 19 minutes left in the second period. After one, potential barn burner and 2 heavyweights in terms of how the standings look over in the East Division. Maryland Black Bears with a 10-1-0-1 record. Johnstown 7-3-2-0 record. It's 3-2 Maryland on the road after one. Well, and it appears the score has not been updated for the Philadelphia Rebels Rochester Junior Americans game. That one is going on, but we don't know the current scoring. Some Central Division action going on right now as the Mallards and Norsemen are tied up 1 apiece, live from St. Cloud. 7 minutes left in the first. Meanwhile, the North Iowa Bulls they're actually tied now 1-1 with the Aberdeen Wings. 8:17 left in the first period in that one. Other self-division action games on tap elsewhere. Live from Corpus, starting in a little bit. A couple minutes after this one here, it's the Corpus Christi Ice Rays hosting the El Paso Rhinos. And then other self-division games, we have the Shreveport Mudbugs hosting the New Mexico Ice Wolves. The Lone Star Brahmas looking to continue their winning streak as they look to get a win over the Odessa Jackalopes here tonight and create more distance in the South Division. Well, speaking of distance in the South Division, let's take a look at the standings in the South Division right now. And looking at that, well, like we talked about, Lone Star kind of creating a little bit of a gap between everybody else. Lone Star with 12 games played, 20 points. New Mexico with 10 games played, 13 points. Warriors, 12 games played, 12 points. Mudbugs, 12 games played, 12 points. For your Wranglers, they're bumped down from third, tied for second actually, down to fifth after last night's loss. But they've got a few games in hand on the Warriors, Mudbugs, and Brahmas with 10 games played, 11 points. So really, it's kind of anyone's race when it comes between the second and eighth place teams. Corpus is at the bottom with 10 games played, 8 points. El Paso Rhinos with 10 games played, 9 points, and Odessa with 10 points off of 8 games. So really, it's just kind of a little bit of a situation where you see almost, it's like it's a 100-meter race, and you got a bunch of middle school kids running against Usain Bolt. Lone Star is looking to create just a gap that they want to keep going with at the top of the standings there. But we talk about it. It's a long season. Anything can happen. Anybody can find their form. There's a lot of ebbs and flows throughout the season, so you never know what can happen. But for right now, Lone Star with quite a point lead going into their season so far. Well, here tonight, we'll have to see how the PK is for the Wranglers. Wranglers have had one of the best penalty kills so far this season, but last night, 3 of 6 on the PK. Not their greatest night in terms of penalty kill, but talked with Coach Michael Hill about that. He says, really, it's just kind of bleeds into what I talked about with the guys earlier today about last night's game. There's a lot of things that I saw that it's important you fix them right away and make sure that those things don't kind of seep in throughout the course of the season. He goes, guys are on the same page with everything that needs to kind of get changed, and we just got to play our style of hockey. He says, really, I just felt like we didn't play our style of hockey last night, and it's pretty hard when you're going on the road after having a previous week off, no games. You kind of have to remind yourself after one of those weeks off that really you just got to play your game and not let yourself get drawn into playing how other teams want you to play. So wise words there from head coach Michael Hill. And speaking of PK, after last night going 3 of 6 on the PK, Wranglers slipping down to 12 well, it's actually 11 because the league does include the USA National Development Team, who plays 2 games during the showcase and just those 2 games. So Wranglers sitting 11th league-wide in terms of PK. And again, we talked about it. Power play had been there a few times so far. Last night, power play couldn't really get going. 0 of 3 on the power play. Power play just kind of needs that little bit of an energizer, that boost. We might need to find a bunny to put some energy into that power play. And we talked about it as well. This is a team that's really kind of built around a defensive structure. You're not going to see this team really make it their main goal to be, we got to weave our way, dangle pucks, try and do, fancy things with it. Michael Hill said, we just got to keep it basic. We just got to play defensively. We got to play strong. We got to play smart. And again, like he said to me earlier today, he goes, well, it's just about being physical, but without getting yourself put in the penalty box. He goes, we put ourselves down a man 6 times last night, and when you're trying to mount a comeback, it's not easy when you're going to be taking 6 trips to the penalty box. So we'll have to see if the Wranglers tonight are able to limit the penalties as they're getting ready to come out onto the ice here, as they look to turn their fortunes from last night into 2 points here tonight. And Trent Peterson opening the door, ready to bring the team out onto the ice, looks back at the boys. And we're just getting the nets out onto the ice and in place before these 2 teams hit the ice. Well, here we go, folks. Trenton Peterson leading the boys out onto the ice here. And as a reminder, Wrangler Nation, do not forget, it is close upon us. Home opening weekend. Friday the 24th, 7:14 p.m. puck drop. Saturday the 25th, 7:14 p.m. puck drop. And that Sunday game on the 26th is going to be a 6 p.m. puck drop as well. Wrangler Nation, here we go. We're ready to get underway. Well, we're ready to get underway here tonight. Miller on the draw to get this one started. Smith to the loose puck in his own zone. Smith feeds it on over to Kiritai. Looking for Fortin. Puck tossed back into the Wranglers zone, and now icing will be called on the Warriors. Ready to get back underway here. Offensive zone draw for your Wranglers. Miller on the faceoff, wins it, but it's the Warriors coming away with it now. Berlinson, excuse me, I don't believe that is Berlinson. It might be in a shot, this one behind the net. And Sorensen actually, and now the Warriors trying to shovel one through. And this puck turned over. Sorensen tossing it back into the zone. Now Miller to the loose puck. Miller sends it on back to Smith. Smith looking for a feed. Lupo looking to dump this one and go for a change, and now icing called on the Wranglers. Well, Kirill Esenev just barely made it out onto the ice on that change with Mason Lupo before the icing was called, so they're going to allow Esenev to stay out there for the Wranglers. Miller on the faceoff in his own zone. Puck tied up. Now launched off their own boards. Schaefer trying to send this one out and toss it on to the net of Peterson, but this one wide, and now puck up and out of play, as we'll keep this one inside the Wranglers zone for the faceoff here. Petrov now joining Dolan out there to complete that line change of forwards. McCorser out there defensively with Schaefer. Well, they're going to take Kiss out of the face-off circle here. And a shot, this one blocked. Esenev blocking that shot attempt. Esenev with it, feeds it on over to Petrov. Petrov sending this one into the zone, and offsides called on the Wranglers here. Well, Wranglers fed this one into the zone, but a little bit too much forward movement into the zone without the puck there. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here right on the doorstep of the Warriors zone. Now Warriors tossing this puck into the zone. Iwinski trying to get the zone puck. Kept in the zone. Warriors top of face-off circle, looking for a shot. This one looks like Azadi got a piece of it. Now the Warriors trying to feed it down low. Azadi getting a piece of this puck. McCorser looking for some support. Wranglers not looking to overcommit. Azadi working with Schaefer, trying to feed this one out of the zone. It's kicked forward into the zone by the Warriors, but now it's Bjors with it. Bjors near side wing, battling with two. Bjors staying with it. Bollinger getting a piece of the puck. Now this one tapped forward. Hedquist scooping it up at the blue line. Hedquist tossing it into the corner. Susky out of his net. Bollinger looking to finish his check. Warriors looking for a feed up ice to right. Into the zone, right. On the wings, into the corner with it now. Bollinger to lose puck. Chips it up over the head, over right. Gentler in pursuit. Warriors looking to go slow with this puck out of their own zone as they find a cross-ice feed. Oklahoma looking for a pass. This one's going to exit the zone. Wranglers did not want to overcommit there. Now Resega trying to battle Luger for this puck in the OKC zone. Warriors kind of stuck between the two. Looks like Luger was trying to carry it up and out of his own zone, colliding with his own man. And now Fortin battling for this puck behind the net. Miller getting a piece of this one, poking at it. Fortin trying to keep this one in the zone. Lupo meets it there. Miller, and a bouncing puck. That one's too high to tame down. Did not want to get called for a high stick potentially as well. So Schaefer's going to scoop it up in his own zone now. Schaefer looking to send this one into the zone. Kept out at the blue line by Luger. Lupo gonna get a zone entry, he thought, and Miller just barely offsides. They're going to have to break out the protractor for that one. It looks like from this angle, Miller was not offside, but on ice level, obviously it's going to look a little bit different. Now Dolan looking for a shot, blocked, loose puck, scooped up, and now another shot from the Wranglers. One back by Esenev. Esenev feeding this one on over to Dolan. Well, now we're Dolan chipping this one into the zone, and well, if you're tuning in on the YouTube, I've been told that NHL TV is not currently working. So let all the Wranglers fans know you can listen on here. And now Zadi trying to weave his way through and looks for a shot. Puck all the way back down into the Wranglers zone. That puck gonna run out of some steam, so no icing will get called as Zadi's gonna launch this one around the boards. Now a scrum in the Warrior zone. Hey, apparently all of NAHL TV's down. That's what everybody's said. I don't know. That's weird. They haven't told, because I got a text from our owner. There's nobody's seeing anything apparently. I don't know. Oh, we're trying to figure out all this jazz. Not entirely sure what's going on. Oh, that's right. I don't have my chair there. Folded that one up. I'm trying to check and make sure that yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Well, for everyone wondering about NAHL TV, they are working on it. They are aware of it. And we appreciate League working hard to make sure that everything is good. And hopefully we'll have everything good here to go in a second. Meanwhile, it's Miller with it. Miller down low. Lupo looking for a shot, and this one held on to by Stutsky. And a little bit of a clash in front of the net of Stutsky. 14:28 remaining in the first period here. Wranglers unable to win the draw there in the offensive zone. Warriors looking to slow it down. Hudson tossing this one all the way into the Wranglers zone. It's going to get met by Peterson. Peterson and company sending this one up out of the zone. Dolan trying to whack away at this one. Toss back into the corner. Hedquist sending it up to Esnev on the wings. Esnev cross ice feed over. Fed into Dolan, but cut out at the blue line. Warriors looking for a feed and a zone entry, but offsides goes Kelly and the Warriors here. So we're going to face off in the neutral zone in just a second. Zotti on the faceoff. Warriors winning this one. Looking to reset from the neutral zone. And AHL TV support confirmed down across the board. Alrighty. No, and a shot, and it's in. Wranglers unable to keep their shape. Well, and again, just like last night, a man alone on the back door. Wranglers gonna go down 1-0 here. 12:29 remaining in the first period. I did not catch who that was with the goal for the Warriors. But just like last night, some work to do here in the first period. Oh, we're just waiting for ice to get cleared. And back underway, we're gonna go have the line of Gentler, Rusega, Bollinger, joined out there defensively by Schaefer and McCorrister. Puck tied up, center ice. Bollinger winning this one back at his own blue line. McCorrister trying to feed this one up and out, kept in the zone. Bollinger challenging on the wing. Schaefer and Gentler looking to work together. And now Rusega putting some pressure onto the Warriors. And a loose puck. Bollinger going to send this one into the zone. Rusega getting a piece of this puck in the corner. Wranglers fought the puck, but trying to set up a little bit of a forecheck here. A couple sticks in from Rusega. Warriors into the zone now. Benderek. Shot, oh, and it's in. Peterson had it for a second, and the puck is just going to fall off of Peterson and into the back of the net. Well, 11:43 left in the first period here. Wranglers down 2-0 currently. And again, just kind of akin to last night. Some conversations going on between Captain Jacob Miller and his line out there right now. And I know that we don't have a way of keeping track of the live time of first period, so I'll make sure to update everybody about the time every now and then. Here we go, back underway we get into this first period here. Work to do here tonight. Miller and the Wranglers ready to get back into this one, try and find a little bit of momentum. Poe getting a piece of this one in the corner. Warriors behind the net looking for a feed. Bouncing puck high up into the air. Now Lupo feeds it to Miller. Miller looking to carry this one up the wings. Fortin winning the puck at the blue line. Fortin tied up in the corner. Lupo trying to win this puck back. Cross ice feed. Sent up to Wade. Wade slowing it down, and offsides go the Warriors. .11:08 left in the first period here. Oh, and I will be refreshing an AHL TV of my own to let everybody know if I'm able to see the exact moment that is back up. Luger scooping up the puck for the Warriors in his own zone. He's going to wait behind the net of Susky. Right, looking to sneak in. This one's sent on to Peterson. Peterson claiming it with his glove. And now Smith looking to reset the Wranglers out of their own zone. Sends it on over to Kiritai in the far side corner. Kiritai trying to chip this one up a little bit, allowing the Wranglers to go for a change. Loose puck in the neutral zone as the Warriors in with it. Looking for a shot off the pads there of Peterson, and now the Wranglers the other way looking for a feed of Domagevs. Domagevs into the zone, battling for this one. And now Luger and the Warriors with the puck in their own zone, looking for a deep feed. Everybody just kind of left the man there on the blue line for a second. Now the Warriors right, sending it around the boards. But now Shirk making sure that this puck gets up and out of the Wranglers zone here. Warriors still stuck in their own zone now. Now Warriors wrapping this one around the boards. They're looking to go for a small change. And the Wranglers were looking for a quick pass out of their own zone, but this puck keeps getting blocked. Wranglers looking for some kind of way out. And now here we go. Domagev's winning the puck back. That pass cut out as he's going to send this one on to Stusky from range and just hope that the Wranglers can get some breathing room here and an offensive zone drop. .9:26 remaining in the first period. Wranglers down 2-0. And looks like we're going to get a immediate timeout here. So we'll step away for just a second. Back we go. 9:25 left in the first period here. Wranglers down 2-0. Kiss looking for a feed into the zone. Cut out by Poe. Poe finding Gentler. Gentler chipping this one up at the center ice now. Sabo and the Warriors back with it. Chipped into the corner of the Wranglers zone. Hedquist looking to battle for this one. Looking for a feed while going down. And a quick shot there dealt with by the pedal of Peterson. Sabo met by Resega. Resega and the Wranglers looking for some kind of life up ice. Well, Wranglers stuck on the wings, and Bollinger with a nice little hit there. A little bit of a birthday bash from the birthday boy. Warriors looking to reset, looking for a zone entry. Icing waved off. Hedquist into the corner, looking to send it up to Lupo. Lupo between the legs pass, looking for Fortin. And this one cut out. Fortin gonna get called for offsides, was recovering. And was just kind of hanging there at the blue line, so they're gonna call him for offsides. One of those unfortunate ones. And we can confirm that the NHL TV staff is working on getting everything going, but if you know of anybody that wants to tune into the game, make sure to share this link with them. Unfortunately, we cannot turn on video. And this one's going to deflect off a stanchion in the Warriors zone and up and out of play, so we'll get an offensive zone draw in just a second. 8:10 left in the first period. Well, they're going to take this one out of the zone, interestingly enough. I think they're going to say that passage of play when that puck went up and out was just kind of right near the blue line. So a little bit of an unfortunate situation for the Wranglers. Puck tied up on the draw. Dolan with it. Scooped up. Kiritai to Smith. Wranglers wrapping this one around the board. Susky out of his net. Gets a piece of it with his paddle. And now Petrov battling in the corner. Scooped up. Esnev looking for a feed to Dolan. A little bit too much hot sauce on that one. Kept in by Smith. Deflects off of the stick of the Warriors. Knutson and the Warriors looking for his own entry. It's Wade with it. Wade looking for a feed and a big save from Peterson. And it was just Peterson alone. Wranglers were still recovering. Now it's Wade with it. Sends it into the corner. Poe getting to the puck. Fortin looking for a feed to Lupo. Lupo banks it off the boards. Miller into the corner of the offensive zone. Looking to lay a hit. Tie his man up. Wins the puck back. Lupo looking for a shot, and it's just poked away barely. Lupo had a great look. Now Schaefer. Cross-ice feed to Miller. One unable to stay with Miller. Wranglers winning the puck back in their own zone. It's Lupo with it. Lupo with speed. Weaves his way in. Feeds it to Miller. Miller looking for a shot now, and that one just a little bit wide. Fortin to Miller. Miller behind the net. Miller thought about it for a second. As he's just going to slow this one down. Skate up near the blue line. Feeds it down low. Lupo tied up. Looking for a feed. Trying to stay with it. Well wrapped up on the boards. A little bit of a scrum forming now. 6:32 left in the first period. Wranglers down 2-0. Miller going for a change while the scrum has now finally been dispersed. Warriors coming away with this puck. And no icing will get called. Peterson able to hang on to the loose puck here. And now we got a possible fight on our hands. Looks like the Warriors got a little too close to Peterson. And the boys did not take too kindly to that whatsoever. Well, Zadi in the thick of it. Well, it looks like they're taking Ty Azadi. And we saw this a lot last night, where it was one of those situations where there would be a party member from both the Warriors and the Wranglers involved, but it was only the Wranglers most of the time that was going to be spending any time in the penalty box. But maybe we're going 4-on-4. Let's see, and we are. Well, something might have been said after the fact. officiating crew having a quick conversation here. Daniel Resega waiting for the confirmation of what will transpire after these penalties have been assessed. Looks like a member of the Warriors had the glove of Tazati there. Just tossed over to Resega to get back to Azadi. Well, we're having a lengthy conversation about this one. Well, the Warriors with the protest here, they're not really sure why they've got a man in the box, but one aside. And the Warriors bench wanting an explanation from head official here. And the officiating crew are going to have a quick chat with head coach Michael Hill about what they're going to plan to do here. And we'll see if we'll get 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. Well, they're going to keep it at 4-on-4. There is always a potential when you take one aside. It could go either way. Well, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Warriors with one in the box. Tayazati in the box for your Wranglers. I think we just got a quick score clock situation we had to fix, and now we're back underway here. 4-on-4 hockey, here we go. This is really have to be careful about how much you commit to any type of situation for these next 2 minutes. And now Chandler with a nice hit in the neutral zone. Bollinger trying to stay with Berlinson. Berlinson slows it down, looking for a pass. Met by two on the far side wings. Kiritai working together with Gentler. Warriors still with it. Berlinson feeding it down low. Kiritai looking for some support. Hedquist there to help out. Hedquist hanging onto the puck now. Wranglers, they want to get a change. Bollinger collecting the puck from Hedquist. Bollinger has it poked away. Poe and Hedquist having a turn back, and a good stick in there from Hedquist. Bollinger scoops up the loose puck on the blue line. Looking for Dolan on the feed as it's now Kelly and the Warriors with it. Kelly slowing it down in his own zone. Sends it back to his defenseman. Petrov out there now with Schaefer. Poe and Schaefer back skating into their own zone. Warriors looking for a feed back top of the faceoff circle. Warriors hanging around at the blue line. Schaefer with a great block on that intended pass down low into the corner. Petrov battling for this puck. We got a loose bucket. Schaefer's bucket's off. He's got to go to the bench. Oh no! Unfortunate timing. A loose bucket for Schaefer as he's got to scramble. And that giving the Warriors every little bit of room that they needed in order to put this one in the back. And then, well, we talked about getting extremely unlucky last night. Talk about getting unlucky yet again. Schaefer's bucket popping off, having to go to the bench, and allowing a 4-on-3 opportunity for the Warriors as they take full advantage of that. .434 left in the first period. Well, if there's one thing I can definitely say, nobody should be buying a lottery ticket after this weekend. This just has been a string of bad luck all weekend long. Just small little things not going the way of the Wranglers. looks like we need to fix the time on the penalties. One of them reading 18 seconds, one of them reading 16. Smith collecting the loose puck. 10 seconds until we go back to five-a-side hockey. Smith leaving it for Miller. Miller up the wings. Miller through traffic. Miller into the zone. Weaves it on over. Sends it to Lupo. Both teams back to full strength. And a loose puck on the wings near the corner of the offensive zone for the Wranglers. Now the Warriors with it. Looking to send Likens into the zone. Likens scoops it up. Looking for a shot. Peterson with a big save there. And now it's Lupo to the loose puck. Lupo looking for a feed. It's stuck on the near side wings. Warriors into the zone with it now. Warriors looking to go with speed. Man taken down. Not enough to draw a penalty there against your Wranglers. Fortin chipping it past one. Sends it through the crease. Hedquist to the loose puck. Down low. Wranglers looking for a shot. Slowing it down and kept out on the paddle of Stuskey. Well, that was a great look there to find the first goal tonight. .3:35 left in the first period here. Wranglers down 3-0. Azadi to the loose puck. Apologies as we are trying to fix some technical things on our side as well. And got those fixed up here. 3:12. And icing waved away. Actually, now we got a penalty coming up. And Hayden Hedquist laying a little bit of lumber after the whistle there. Actually, we're just getting an offsides here. Well, that was just a late offsides. Thought we were going to be getting a penalty here in a second. 3:05 left in the first. Well, I don't think anyone knows what's going on. Now we're going all the way into the Warriors zone. Well, what that call was is as good of a guess as anyone's. But an offensive zone draw now for the Wranglers. Estef into the corner. Puck all the way up ice. Sorensen in net, looks for a shot and he scores. Well, looks like a little bit of a hangover from last night still inflicting this Wranglers team here tonight. They're down 4-0, 2:57 left in the first. Gentler. And a turnover here, and Hedquist blocking this shot. And Poe with an exchange of words here. Well, just goes from bad to worse. Landon Poe not going to be available for the next 2 minutes. He's going to get tossed in the box. Well, Wranglers just not doing themselves any favors. After just going down 4-0, sitting in the box for 2 minutes. Well, it's going to be a big penalty to kill off here for the Wranglers. Miller on the draw. Kept in by Sabel. Sabel, top of the face-off circle. Warriors feeding it back to Sabel at the blue line. Sabel, bottom of the face-off circle. Warriors met by Schaefer. Warriors still with it. Fed onto the wing. Schaefer getting a piece of it. Sorensen feeding it back. Cross ice pass, shot, blocker save there by Peterson. Puck into the corner. Schaefer battling for it. And a shot, this one cut out, deflecting on the near side post. Sabel, pass on over, off the boards. Miller trying to get a stick in on this one. Sabel looking for feet, top of the face-off circle. This one sent far and wide. And we're going to get a whistle. Looks like the net is off, possibly. Not really sure. And indeed, the net just going to be off a little bit. Miller on the face-off. Wranglers tied up. Kiss looking for a shot, and a big block there from Smith. Smith tying his man up on the boards. Wranglers looking to keep their shape here. Benderek to Berlinson. Berlinson down low into the corner. Looking to send it around the boards. And the Warriors looking for a shot. Schaefer cuts it out. And it's in the back of the net. Wranglers try to send this one up and out of the crease. They're saying that the net was taken off in the process. We talk about not doing yourself any favors after you go down 4-0. Well, now you're down 5-0. .139 left in the first. Well, like we talked about last night, you gotta, and you can say it's hard, especially after how tonight's gone so far for the Wranglers, but you gotta try and stay positive and remain positive and really try and give yourself a platform in this one. Warriors wrapping this one around the boards. Esnev trying to send this one up and out of the zone. Gentler with it. Gentler looking to get in the zone. Gentler feeding it down low. Bollinger. Hedquist calling for it. Looking for a one-timer. Puck stuck there. Everybody lost it. And now it's turned over and a penalty coming up. Warriors going to the box. And that's going to be number 9 of the Oklahoma Warriors, called for hooking. William Francisco Parent going to be in the box. And what we talk about, it always starts with one. And you really need to get your power play going in a situation like this. You need some kind of energy, some kind of momentum, something to give you a little bit of a spark after you're down 5-0. 1:11 left in the first period here. Sayazati on the faceoff. Puck scooped up. Resega looking to feed it behind the net. Miller trying to keep this one in the zone. As now the Warriors fumble the puck, but they send it all the way down into the corner. Peterson out of his net, on his paddle, as this one's turned over. Resega a loose puck in the corner. Schaefer waiting, looking for Miller on the wings. Miller, cross-ice feed to Resega. Resega turning on the afterburners. Resega looking for some kind of support. Azadi to the loose puck. Azadi. And the Wranglers tossing it back to Schaefer at the blue line. Schaefer, top of the face-off circle. Azadi back to Schaefer. Schaefer pivots, looking for a shot. This one blocked. Loose puck scooped up by Resega. Resega trying to keep this one in down low. Miller scooping it up. Miller looking to shuffle. Miller weaves his way past one. Looking for a shot, and this one blocked. Schaefer unable to keep it in the zone. 60 seconds left of a power play. Resega looking to bring the Wranglers into the zone. As this one's stuck at the blue line. Schaefer, cross-ice feed to Zadi, and time's going to expire on the first period here. Wranglers down 5-0 after one. And when we come back, we'll have the start of the second period. We'll be back in about 18 minutes to start the second period here. And checking really quickly, looks like NAHL TV is still down as well. So, and we come back, start of the second period. 49 seconds remaining of a power play for the Wranglers. Welcome back, Wranglers Nation. We are just 2 minutes away from the start of the second period. Well, the clock has now stopped at 2:12, so... But regardless, we are almost back underway for the start of the second period here, and apologize as we have no way of actually showing the current time remaining, or how much time's left in a period. So as mentioned earlier, just update you when able to. Well, looking at shots that first period, 16 shots on net for the Warriors, 5 for the Wranglers. As Warriors lead at 5-0 after the first. We talked about it last night. You gotta just try and keep the mental strong, keep it going. Well, looks like the league scoreboard is still working at least, so that is nice. I know that they are still working on getting the NATV side of things fixed. Did get confirmation that they would be putting the broadcast up as a video on demand, regardless of if the game ends up going live at any point here tonight. So, like we mentioned, if you know of anybody who normally watches through NATV, you can let them know that they can listen to the game here. Let's take a look at scores around the league while we wait for this remaining 1:36 as the clock is now stopped again. Maiden Nordiques up 2-1 over the Elmira Aviators. 17 minutes left in that one. At the end of two, Maryland up 5-3 over the Johnstown Tomahawks. Damir Hattrick's up 3-1 over the Northeast Generals on the road. 5:45 left in the third in that one. Looking at other self-division action, Ice Rays up 1-0 over the Rhinos. Mudbugs and Ice Wolves tied at 1 apiece at the end of one. Odessa Jackalopes up 1-0 over the Lone Star Brahmas. 13 seconds left in the first period in that one. Well, we're back underway in 20 seconds from now here, and we come back to 49 seconds remaining on a power play for your Wranglers, folks. Boys with a couple quick words for each other on the bench here before they head out onto the ice. Well, you really do have to take advantage of this power play you have here. Like I talked about last night, after the boys in blue went down 4-0, it's really just a one goal at a time kind of situation. You got to give yourself a platform to work with. And here we go, we're back underway. Dolan looking for his zone entry. And delayed offsides on the Wranglers. This one waved away. Warriors scooping up the puck now. They're just going to hang on to it. But you got to be careful of a long stretch pass exactly like that. And now they're going to slow this down, look for a shot. And that opportunity from the Warriors sent into the corner. It's Dolan with it. Dolan into the zone, weaving his way through, sends it on over to Petrov. Petrov, Kiritai looking for a shot, held onto by Susky. Well, and it was right into the waiting breadbasket of Susky there. 19 seconds remaining of a power play. Still time to work with on the man advantage for the Wranglers. Coach Michael Hill giving some instructions to Captain Jacob Miller. Miller having a quick conversation with the boys as they head out onto the ice here. Offensive zone draw. Puck tossed into the corner. Warriors setting it around the boards. Lupo to the loose puck. Lupo trying to shovel it down low to Fortin. Fortin held up on the boards. Miller sneaking it through. Lupo trying to keep with this one. Now a bit of a scrum as Oklahoma's going to kill this one off. Man out of the box, fumbling the puck at the blue line for the Warriors. Poe, a nice hit there. Poe tying his man up. Miller trying to win this puck back. Miller scooping this one up and out of the scrum. Miller banks it off the glass, and now it's Lupo with it. And we're going to get a penalty on Miller. Well, 4 minutes of a penalty on Jacob Miller, and it's talk about just not doing yourself any favors when this team was down 3-0 here in the first. But now 4 minutes of a penalty to kill off here. And another penalty. Well, we're going to be going 5-on-3 here, folks. Well, 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. And this is going to be one of those big moments in this game. Poe in the box, 2 minutes or a high stick. And a shot, this one sent high. Peterson getting a piece of it with his glove in the process as well. Bollinger on the faceoff inside the Wranglers zone. Puck tied up. Schaefer with a great clear down ice. Wranglers looking to keep their shape. Gonna form a triangle in center ice. Bollinger with a great block on the zone entry, but the Warriors able to stay with it. A great stick in from Bollinger, tries to full send it. Likens able to keep it in, tossing it back to Sabol. Sabol slows it down. Point, top of the faceoff circle, pass back up and over to Sabol. Sabol gonna lose this one. Now the Wranglers looking to chip it up ice. Schaefer with another full yard sail clear. Wranglers able to get a change in free off of that as well. Kiritai out there with Hedquist and Resega. Well, Resega getting a short-handed goal last night. See if he can get one here tonight. That would be a big energy boost, but obviously when it's 5-on-3, it's a little bit more dangerous to try that. You kind of want to be a little bit more defensively sound, and 5-on-4, sure, why not? Go for it. But overcommitting when there's just 3 of you on the ice, not always advised. Kiss with a pass into the zone on over. Warriors looking for an angle behind net. Puck in the corner, Kiritai getting a piece of it. Resega pressuring up high. And Benderek looking for a shot, and a big save there from Peterson. Benderek slows it down, feeds it on over into the face-off circle. Warriors looking for a lane to work with, trying anything. Kiritai sending this one all the way down ice, and 2 gonna go for a change. Resega. Kiritai going to the bench to get some fresh legs, and this one through the crease. 6 seconds left on number 6, Landon Poe's penalty to kill off. Well, one's been killed off. 5-on-4 now. Wranglers still without Jacob Miller for the next 140. Warriors feeding it back to the blue line. Benderek lays it off. Puck into the corner. Schaefer scoops it up. Sending this one out of the zone. 1:25 left of a penalty to kill off. And now here's Lupo. Lupo picks it off at the blue line, and Lupo's shot kept out for now. Bollinger trying to keep this one in the zone. This one wrapped around the boards. Benderik into the zone with the Warriors as this one's tossed down ice by Bollinger. Just 60 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Warriors into the zone, slowing it down. Sabol at the blue line, looking for a feedback on over. And a puck down low and kept up. Peterson able to deny anything to the Warriors. 40 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Azadi pressuring up high. Now the Warriors into the zone, looking for a feed. Puck hanging there. Ty Azadi scoops up the loose puck as he's going to rip it all the way down ice. Burn some more clock here. 22 seconds left on the penalty of Jacob Miller. And Fortin with a tenacious effort there, almost finding the back of the net on a shorthanded opportunity. Sorensen into the zone. Sorensen slows it down, looks for a shot, blocked there, and ripped down ice by Kiritai. Jacob Miller with just 5 seconds remaining on his penalty. And the Wranglers kill off a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4. Well, a big penalty kill, but look, in the boys in blue find here offensively. From this, we talked about this could be a big turning point. Could the Warriors kill this? Could they kill off the penalty of Jacob Miller and Landon Bowe? Now here we go, some offense and a glove save there from Susky. A good look there for Kirill Estenev. Now, so much has been going on these last 6 minutes here. It's 14:25 left in the second period. And Miller gonna get tossed out of the face-off circle. Lupo gonna take the draw instead. Lupo won this one, but it was caught up in a couple sticks and skates. Now the Warriors looking for a feed up ice. Thornton trying to win this puck back. Runs his man into the corner, allowing Schaefer to scoop up the puck. Schaefer looking for some support. Wranglers on the wings, finding Miller as it's poked away. Now it's Schaefer with it. Schaefer feeds it up and out. Couple sticks in, and this puck just pinballing every which way. Now Oklahoma looking for a feed on over. It's cut out by Fortin. Fortin with a great read. Puck tossed back into the zone. McCorser looking for a feed. Lupo sends it in. Miller pokes it into the corner. Miller looking for a shot. Oh, and there was a look from Fortin. Loose puck and steered aside. 2 good looks for the Wranglers, but they are unable to find the back of the net. Miller sending it back to Kiritai. Kiritai tossing it into the corner. Wranglers looking to go for a change. Bollinger out onto the ice now. Warriors into the zone. Top of the faceoff circle. Looking for a shot. This one sent wide and high into the mesh netting in the corner. So we'll get a face-off in the Wranglers zone in just a second. Wranglers looking for a clearance up ice. Bollinger in pursuit. Bollinger laying his man with a nice hit into the corner. And Hedquist and company having to retreat into their own zone to reset. Poe with it. Poe finding Gentler. Gentler was looking for Bollinger as it's cut out by the Warriors. Hedquist cutting this one out in the neutral zone, tossing it back in. And Bollinger deflecting this one on his skates, looking for a pass, just shoves it down into the corner. As the Wranglers were going for a change, they got to get back defensively. Smith with a nice job there, laying his man out onto the ice. It's Azadi with it. Azadi looking for a feed, finds Rusega. Rusega turning on the afterburners. Rusega looks for a shot, off the bar and out. A great look there. Now a shot by Smith blocked. Puck tossed back in by Smith. Net is off, so we're going to get that whistle. Well, the Wranglers starting to find some life here with 12-12 left in the second. Ty Zadi on the faceoff here for the Wranglers. Sabel sending this one down ice. And icing waved away. Kiritai looking to deny any room of a pass as this one's going to fall outside of the zone. All the space on the wing evaporated instantly by the Wranglers as they toss this one back into the Warriors zone here now. Bures and Azadi looking to pressure on the forecheck. A fumbled puck, Azadi trying to scoop it up. It's going to creep past him a little bit. Now tie Azadi into the corner, tying his man up. Bures trying to win this puck back. Kiritai looking to lay ahead in the corner. Puck's going to stay in the zone, but Delmakiev's looking to reset the Wranglers back from their own zone. Bures has it deflected off of a sock on the way in. Warriors looking for a feed. As this one's sent too far, icing going to get called here. So an offensive zone draw coming up for the Wranglers with 11:15 remaining in the second. All right, after killing off that 5-on-3 and that 5-on-4, Wranglers found some life offensively, but unfortunately shot off the post. Now, looks like we got an object on the ice, picking that up really quickly here. Petrov on the faceoff, winning this one. Puck sent down low around the boards. Likens taking a hard hit there from Dolan. Dolan with another hit. Likens feeding this one up and out of the zone, onto the board. Schaefer into his own zone to rescue this puck. Petrov finding a feed to Dolan. Dolan slowing it down with a great feed. Wranglers behind the net, looking to keep their shape. Estenev back to McCorser. McCorser from the point. Oh, scores! Oh, and it looks like Petrov might have caught a piece of the puck on his mouth. Might have lost a chiclet. No pain, no gain. Petrov poking one into the back of the net, but he's shaking up on the bench. Looks like he might have a bloody nose as well. Well, talk about giving everything you can to your teammates. Oh, we talk about it just takes one, and there's one. Oh, we talked about how energy's been there since killing off those two penalties. And now a big hit there from Jacob Miller. And now a pass to Miller cut out by Kelly. Miller to the loose puck. Miller into the zone. Feeds it back to Lupo. Lupo slows it down, was looking for a pass on over. Ford winning this one back. Everyone kind of losing. Loose puck. Shot. Oh, just a little bit wide there from Lupo. Wranglers looking great now. Just took a little bit of time to find their legs. Lupo with a nice hit in the corner. Quick change out on the ice. Gentler and Bollinger out there now. And a bouncing puck scooped up by Gentler. Gentler with some speed. Gentler into the zone. Looking for a pass on over to Rasega. A little bit too far, but Rasega staying with it down low on the wings. Warriors with it behind the net of Susky. A pass down ice. Icing waved away. Kiritai to the loose puck. 9:38 left in the second period. Rasega shoveling this one up ice a little bit. Now a battle in the neutral zone. Smith laying a nice hit on his man there. Loose puck scooped up behind the net of Peterson. Scooped up by Bollinger. Bollinger feeding it through. Jantler looking to cut this one out with Rusega. Rusega to loose puck in the corner. Rusega feeding it on over to Jantler. Jantler looking to stay active with this one. Shakes off a hit. Sends it back on to Kiritai. Kiritai looking for a pass. This one cut out. Looking for a shot and held onto by the glove of Stuskey. And a couple good looks for the Wranglers here. 9:04 left in the second. Well, looks like we're going to get a media timeout now. So we'll take a quick second, and we'll be right back. Welcome on back from the media timeout, folks. Ty Zadi on the faceoff. Offensive zone draw for the Wranglers here. Zadi winning this one. Shot! And a quick shot there from Bjors and a great look by him. Just not enough room to work with on that shot. Now Zadi cuts it out. Zadi looking for a feed. Finds Bjors. Bjors sending it into the corner. Damakievs into the corner. Feeds it back to Bjors. Bjors looking to stay with this puck while being tied up. Zadi trying to keep this one in the zone. Warriors the other way. They're going to send it around the boards. Peterson watching this puck from the crease. McCorster looking to help out the boys. Get this one out and out of the zone. As this one's going to get scooped up by the Warriors in their own zone. Damakievs looking to pressure. Now Schaefer battling his man at the blue line. Bjors to the loose puck. Feeds it on over. McCorster looking for a deep feed up to Damakievs. Damakievs cuts it out along with Bjors. And a loose puck hanging there. Schaefer scoops it up. Zadi looking for a feed. Ice getting a little bit slippery here. We saw it last night. Esnev to the loose puck. Esnev slows it down, chips it into the zone. Warriors going to settle this one down behind the net of Stuskey before they move with this one. They find a feed up onto the wings. Dolan with a nice hit. Well, they're going to get a penalty on Dolan. Oh, they're tossing Shirk. Oh, well, it looks like they tried to at first. Well, back to the penalty kill go the Wranglers. A 5-minute penalty on Dolan. Here we go, 5 minutes of penalty to kill off. Likens. Well, 10-minute misconduct as well for Dolan. And the Wranglers just happy to get a scrum going in the corner. They have no intentional shoveling this one out. They want to keep it in the corner. They've already burned off almost 40 seconds. A bucket's fallen off for one of the one of the Warriors. And we're going to get a whistle finally. "42 seconds killed off via a scrum in the corner." A smart choice there from the Wranglers. They had no intention of shoveling this one up and out of that scrum whatsoever. They just want to burn as much clock as possible. Miller on the face-off. Warriors tossing it back to Burlinson at the blue line. Burlinson. Now the Warriors down low, bottom of the face-off circle. Kiritai looking to reposition. It's a nice space to work with for the Warriors. Kiritai looking to get a piece of this puck. Toss back Burlinson looking for a feed. Warriors having to reset. They send it back to Burlinson. Top of the face-off circle. Warriors feed it off to Burlinson. Burlinson looking for a feed and a great block there from Azadi. Now Miller the other way. Miller weaving his way through. Miller slows it down. Miller burning all sorts of time. Stands his man up in the process. 3:35 left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. 6:20 left in the second. Poe with a nice reverse hit there. Warriors to the loose puck. Wade looking for a shot. This one through the crease. Peterson getting a piece of that puck in the process, steering it into the corner on his pads. Sabo feeds it on over. Defenseman to defenseman pass. Hedquist looking to tie his man up in the corner. Sabo, man, face-off circle. Peterson with a big save there. 3 minutes left of a penalty to kill off. Well, and that 5-minute penalty really kind of throws a wrench in your offensive plans for the Wranglers, so you're only going to have a little bit of time remaining in the second period to find at least maybe a goal or two, but you're really going to have to rely on that third period being your big offensive swing. Bollinger will be on the draw here. Iwinski across from him. Warriors looking to feed this one back to the blue line. Caught up on the wings. Warriors tossing it back to the blue line. Bollinger trying to stay stout on his positioning. And now cut out. It's Fortin with it. Fortin into the zone. Fortin looking for a shot. Running out of room, and he's taken down, and he's going to draw a penalty. And here we go, we got a fight! Miller laying a big hit! The Wranglers are not happy! Oh! Jacob Miller is giving it to him! And Miller, the captain, not taking any of those shenanigans as the Warriors with 2 big dirty hits. And there's still a man down for the Wranglers. Oh, this one's getting crazy. How about that? Well, Jacob Miller just absolutely evicted the soul out of that man. Oh, this one's just getting chaotic. Well, we still got 1 down. Well, we'll have to wait to see what we're getting for penalties here. It's going to be a party down below us. Oh. Say if you need to go take a bathroom break, get some more snacks or some water. That was a pretty fantastic time. This one might take a couple more minutes to get everything sorted out. Still got 1 down on the ice. So from what I've heard, it's 4-on-4 from here going forward. Well, we still got 2:30 free left on Dolan's penalty. Well, this one's gonna just continue to take quite a while. This is taking forever. I don't even know. I'm hearing 4-on-4. Well, let's see. We can find out what penalties have been tossed up onto the board. Here we go. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Garrett Ty slows it down. Finds Petrov. Petrov. We're back into action here. Petrov behind net. Petrov skates through. Feeds it. Now Petrov collecting a pass from Smith. Petrov held up on the boards. little bit of a scrum in the corner. Warriors scooping up the puck. Kiritai and Smith getting back defensively. Smith looking to cut this one off. Burlington looking for a feed. Oh, and the Warriors, they almost put this one in the back of the net as the Wranglers have to scramble. Puck cut out. Oh, it's just wide. Warriors miss a wide open net. What is going on? It's pandemonium here. Now a scrum in the corner. What is happening here anymore, folks? I don't even know. This is getting chaotic. And now a broken twig, but we're gonna get a penalty. Oh, Petrov's going to the box. I mean, he's got a broken twig. He was just trying to block a shot, it looked like, and well, now they're taking him to the box. Oh, we talk about, you know, be able to catch any breaks here tonight. Oh, we're gonna go 4 on free. Well, 66 seconds left. Well, they're going to call Petrov for slashing, so 1 minute left of a penalty to kill off on Dolan, and then now 1:45 of a penalty to kill off for Petrov. Warriors looking for a shot, and a good job there defensively. Hedquist tying his man up in the corner. Hedquist sending this one on the boards, kept in the zone by the Warriors. Warriors looking for a feed, and they're going to fumble this puck at the top of the face-off circle. 5 on free, yet again. Likens scoops it up, feeds it on back to the point. Sabel lays it off, pass over. Peterson with a big save! 9 seconds left on the penalty of Dolan, and a shot. This one sent high all the way back down into the zone of the Warriors. Dolan's back. Now it's 5 on 4. Petrov in the box for 44 more seconds. 2:40 left in the second. Sabel turns, feeds it on back. Warriors into the zone. Wrapped around the boards. Sabel scoops it up at the point. Feeds it down low. A stick in there, cross ice feed, and a shot, and held on to by Peterson. 2:20 left in the second, 21 seconds left until the Wranglers are back at full strength. Lupo on the face-off. Lupo winning this one, sending it into the corner. As this one's kept in. And now Bollinger with a nice crunching hit there. Puck tossed into the zone. 5 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Bollinger fighting tenaciously for this one. Cross ice feed, tossed into the zone. Schaefer to the loose puck. Schaefer. Bollinger calling for it up ice. It's Bollinger! Just the netminder to beat. Bollinger looks for a shot, and he's denied. Wranglers still in the zone with it. Gentler down low. Gentler wrapping it around the boards. Gentler gets a pass off. Well, go down, a shot blocked on the way in. And now Smith allowing McCorser to scoop up the loose puck. 1:20 free left in the second. Estenev pokes it into the zone, keeps it in the zone. Estenev sending it down low. Wranglers looking to go for a change. And a nice hit there in the corner. Esnev staying with it, getting some support from Damakievs. Damakievs turning, looking for Esnev. This one's chipped through, and now the Warriors with it. This one sent high up into the mesh netting behind the net of Peterson. 56.3 seconds left in the second period. Oh, this one's going to go to center ice for the face-off here. Rusega on the draw. Loose puck on the wing. Scooped up and tossed into the zone by the Wranglers. Rusega working to try and keep this one in the zone. Rusega with a nice little hit there. Shirk to the loose puck. Shirk with it. Finds Beers. Beers looking for a shot. This one just behind the net. Kiritai looking to back skate. Now the Warriors, Kelly gonna wrap this one around the boards in the Wrangler zone. Kiritai, a loose puck. Kiritai feeds it back around as it's turned over. Warriors with this puck. Now Shirk to the loose puck in his own zone. And turned over and held onto by Peterson. Well, boys in blue getting a little bit ahead of themselves here as they were trying to carry the puck up and out of the zone. Got a little bit too fancy with it on that passage of play as it's turned over, but Peterson able to hang on to this one. 13 seconds left in the second period here. This one banked off the glass, down ice. Lupo, as the goalie is gonna toss this one into the corner. Couple seconds left. Can the Wranglers find a shot with time? And oh, it's on the doorstep, but time's gonna expire. Well, we might get another fight. This would not be the first time we've had one here tonight. We had quite a few. Well, they're going to separate them both now, and we're going to go into the intermission here. Wranglers down 5-1, and they really did not have an opportunity for offense as they spent quite a lot of time in the penalty box. So we'll be back in 18 minutes for the start of this one here for the third period. Well, welcome on back, folks, and we are back on NATV as well. So if you're tuned in on YouTube, you are now able to watch and listen on NATV. And again, a big thank you to the tech team with the league, everybody involved in helping get NATV back online. We truly appreciate you getting this back up and running. It's not always easy dealing with technology, and a lot of times it's actually often a little bit more annoying than it is a convenience. So we got some penalties that were eventually lodged into the scoreboard here. I know it's Jacob Miller for the Wranglers that's gone for 10 minutes for fighting. And actually, no, that's going to be Ty Azad. That's going to be for the fight that happened at the end of the period, actually. Well, because Miller did fight a guy earlier, but, well, maybe it is still Miller in the box for 10 as well. I don't know if Ty is unavailable for 10 as well. I'm taking a look to see if I can find Ty Zadi. I think Ty's in the box as well. I think we got both teams with 2 individuals in the box for 10. Well, they said Kirill was in the box, but Kirill's not in the box. Kirill's right next to me down below, so it will be Ty Zadi in the box. Well, here we go. We're back underway for the third period here, and as a quick reminder, I need to change the score bug that I operate myself on the YouTube feed. Well, it's a 5-1 lead for the Warriors. Wranglers looking for a period where they can find some offense. They found some offensive sparks in that second period, but they also spent probably about over half of that period in the penalty box. So a little bit hard to get things going offensively when you're in the box for almost over half the period. Well, 4 goals needed to tie this one up. Last night, Wranglers falling short of the comeback. We'll have to see what they got here tonight. Petrov out onto the ice. Nastanev, puck scooped up. It's Rusega with it. Has his pockets picked. The shot, this one sent high. Oh, and it's tapped just wide of the net. It was on a stick. And a big save by Peterson, but it's in. Well, Sorensen gonna get the goal. Now it's 6-1 for the Warriors. conversations going on below us, but I think they're going to keep this one. Looked like there was a possible high stick, but this one's going to count. Oh, now Resega's in the box for 2 minutes. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore with these penalties. Well, to the penalty kill we go. They got Daniel Resega in the box for the next 2 minutes. Lycan's looking for a shot. This one set wide. Puck behind net. Wrapped around and in. Well, looks like Jake Bollinger going to get tossed into the box as well. I don't know if we got anyone in the box anymore. Not sure what's going on. Well, there's a chirp fest going on. Well, it feels like we've had more time figuring stuff out after plays transpire than actual play itself. And here we go. Petrov taking his man down. We got a fight. Petrov wanted to go from the start. And we got some more fights going on. Shirk is going at it as well. Petrov's got his man in a headlock. Well, I don't even know. Are we playing hockey or are we having a wrestling match, WWE style here tonight? Oh, this one's got all the fights. Oh, now Smith's jumping his man into pile. Oh, here we go. Oh, this one's getting chaotic. Well, everybody's going at it. Now Kiritai's getting involved. Kiritai laying some haymakers as well. Well, Petrov still wants to go. Petrov's calling for Kelly to fight him. Oh, there's blood on the ice. Well, it's a yard sale. You need some hockey equipment. There's plenty of it out here. And Petrov is taunting. Oh, this one's finally settled now. The dust has settled. And we're going to get some equipment picked up off the ice here now. Well, I don't even know who's going to the box anymore. At this point, we might as well just send everyone to the locker room. I don't even know anymore. We might need to create another penalty box down below us to fit everybody at this rate. Well, there is blood littered on the ice, and that's getting a attempt at being cleaned up by the Warriors bench. Well, like I said, I think we spent more time this entire game assessing penalties than actually playing hockey. That's what it feels like here tonight. Well, you wonder if the officiating crew's got enough space in their little notebooks left over. Well, both alternate captains receiving word on what's going on here. The Sega having a quick chat. Still some blood on the ice, but I don't think we're able to get that cleaned up at all. I think we're a little bit just more concerned about making sure we know what's even going to happen after we get everybody out on the ice. I wonder if we're going to get any more fights here. What is the over-under? How many more fights we'll have this period alone? Well, it looks like there's an airplane that's been drawn on the book of the head official there. Well, honestly, I probably could have knitted an entire blanket in the time it's taken for us to get through this. This is getting insane. Well, Stutsky's up there. He wants to go. Peterson. He's in his crease. Well, Stutsky wants a fight. I mean, we're probably not too far off from maybe a coach's fight. Who knows? Well, 7 p.m. start time doesn't mean you're always getting out of here when you expect to for either of these two sets. This is still taking a bit. Well, Luger and Knudsen have been tossed off for the night. Oh, there's only 2 in the, well, looks like maybe 3? I don't know. 3 on both sides? It's kind of hard to tell right now on just the video board. I don't even know what we're skating. We're still waiting to get back underway here after that massive brawl. Well, we're just getting 5-on-5. Well, a whole lot of bookkeeping for a whole lot of nothing at the end of the day. We're getting 5-on-5. Some chirping already. Well, it just continues here. I think we're going to get a fight instantaneously. I don't know. Now Kiss is getting taken out of the face-off circle. Van Derrick's on the face-off. Well, we saw a stick get dropped. We thought we were maybe going to get a tilt instantaneously. And now here we go! Landon, Poe, and Kiss. Poe and Kiss trading blow for blow. Now Poe and Kiss go down to the ice. Poe gets up. He wants to keep going. They're going to separate them. Well, I'm waiting to see if the goalies go after each other. That's what's really next. I mean, they're looking at each other. Stustski's looking at him. They're having a chat between the two. All the fans want it. They want the goalie fight. Stustski leaves his crease. Peterson staying in his. Well, we got another fight, but will we get another one? I don't even know. Well, these benches are looking a little slim on both sides. Oh, here we go. Lupo has tossed his gloves now. Lupo and Likens. Lupo laying a haymaker. It's a bear hug. Lupo's got him around the neck. Lupo takes him down. Lupo walks his man around the head and on his way up. Lets another one go. Lupo is having his sweater tugged at. Lupo wants to keep going. Well, at this rate, we're just going to have free-on-free hockey to finish the rest of the one. Oh, and here's Schaefer. Schaefer, is he going to get involved? No, maybe not yet. Well, we might have to toss our goalie out as a forward, potentially. Well, at this rate, we might not be out of here until 4 a.m. I mean, we're going to have to see if the goalies do end up fighting. This is getting interesting. Well, Stutsky is wanting a fight. He's getting told to go back. Peterson has just stayed in his crease. Peterson, he's just trying to remain smart. Peterson says, I'm going to be the only one here tonight that's keeping calm, cool, and collected. Well, the Oklahoma City fans behind Peterson want him to fight. They are directing him towards Stutsky, telling him he is that way. Well, so far it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wranglers available on the bench. No idea how many are available over there. Well, like I said, backup goalie Jack Foy, who is the backup here tonight, might have to get called onto the ice. Now here's Damokievs. Well, I give it a solid 30 seconds until we get another fight. And, well, here's the crazy thing, folks. There's still 17 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. Iwinski on the wings. I honestly forgot what we're doing here tonight, because these last, like, 40 minutes, it's been nothing but fights. And icing's going to get called. So I have confirmed. So there is 5 on the bench for the Warriors, 4 on the bench for the Wranglers. Sabol looking for a shot, a broken twig, and a puck behind the net. Puck in the corner. Thought we were going to have another fight for a second. Of course, they're wrapping his man up, and oh, here we go. One has been upended, and now Estenev ripping a bucket off. I don't even know what's going on anymore, folks. Well, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Well, this is a game of all time. Well, we're having having a little game of letting each other know how many people are on both sides bench because it's pretty late. Well, power play now for the Warriors. And a shot, big save by Peterson and launched down ice. Well, Damakievs is in the box for 2 minutes. "17 minutes left in this game here. Right. And this one onto the paddle. Peterson batters. Now, Oklahoma looking for a pass to right. Right. Looking for a powerful shot. Blocker save there. And looks like Fortin kind of limping after blocking that shot. Looks like that one hurt a lot. Right. Pass back. Shot. And a big save there on that shot attempt by Smith. Smith putting his skate out to block that one. And now Rusega launching it down ice. Fortin going for a change. Now Warriors into the zone with it. Poked up by McCorster. McCorster looking to send it up and out. 50 seconds left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. Iwinski into the zone. Iwinski from the face-off circle, puck up and out into the mesh netting here. Well, this is the longest we've gone this period without a fight. "38 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Damakiev's in the box. And honestly, at this rate, what these penalties are even for, I don't even think the officials are even bothering telling us anymore. And might not even be. And another big block by Smith. Burleson, puck in the corner. Sabo picks up the loose puck, top of the face-off circle. Warriors looking for a shot. Oh, big block by Smith. Puck behind the net. And now Wade with it. Has his pockets picked. Bior's getting a piece of it. Sabol looking for a feed. Bouncing puck scooped up. Biors sends this one out of the zone. 3 seconds until Damakievs is out of the box. Iwinski into the zone. Looks for a shot. Held on to by Peterson. Damakievs coming away with it on the draw. Schaefer tying his man up on the wings. Damakievs into the zone. Damakievs slows it down. Damakievs still looks for a shot. Held on to loose puck as Susky fumbles this one. Rusega trying to win this puck back. Oh, Warriors behind the net, slowing it down. 14:42 left in the third here. Puck tossed in. Peterson with it on his paddle. Sends it to Schaefer. Schaefer. Cross ice feed to Biors. Biors into the zone. Biors looking for a shot. No room to work with. Gets one off, but it's denied by the paddle. And now Smith, loose puck to Schaefer. Schaefer rifling one from range. Held onto by Susky as we'll get a draw here now in the Warrior zone. .12 left in the third period. Hedquist scooping up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Hedquist looking for a pass to Rusega. Rusega gets a piece of it. Puck into the zone. It's just hanging there. Now, Wade looking for a feed. Estenev to the loose puck. Estenev taken down. They're not going to call anything. Was looking for Bjors. Hedquist with it. Hedquist looking for a shot. This one just a little bit wide. Puck behind the net. Scooped up. And now turned over. Wade with it. Feeds it on up to the Warriors as they look to gain the zone. But Hedquist chipping it back into the Warriors zone. Kelly with it. Kelly. Slow down. Cross ice feed. Right into the zone. Corser tying his man up on the boards. And this one given away and sent just wide. Benderek was looking for a shot. Bjors. Now McCorser trying to send this one up on the wings of Damakievs. Delayed offsides on the Warriors. Damakievs looking for a feed. This one cut out. Thornton getting a piece of this puck. Warriors still with it in the zone. Damakievs with a stick in. Now Thornton with it. Thornton feeling the pressure, still with it. Thornton running out of real estate here. 12:35 left in the third. Iowinski sending this one into the corner. Smith to loose puck. Smith battling for this puck. Chips it through. Hedquist with it. Hedquist keeps it on his stick. Hedquist as it's poked away at the blue line, and offsides go the Wranglers. Well, there's still only 5 available on the bench for the Wranglers. I'll have to say once we have 6 available. Schaefer, puck, and the net, and Susky lost it for a second, but he gets some help there. Bjors chipping away at it. Esnev in pursuit of this puck and his man. And this one tapped in the zone. McCorser to it. Now Esnev brings it in. Esnev leaves it off for Bjors. Bjors over. Rusega looking for a feed down low. Loose puck kept out. Oh, is it in? I don't know what they're going to call. And now we got a fight here. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. This is just... Well, Esnev is going to the box. Bjors is in a bit of a tussle. Oh, Bjors is laying a little bit of a hit back, not much. Well, second man is showing up for the Warriors. I mean, a 2v1's just not fair. Bjors is the smallest guy over there, and you really need 2 for 1? Seems like a low blow to me. Didn't realize Bjors was that big of a threat to you guys when you got almost about 5-6 inches on him. Oh, Bjors is in the box. Well, here's the interesting thing. We're not even halfway through this third period. 11:40 left in the third. Well, it looks like we might be getting a power play for the Wranglers, maybe. maybe not. Hold up, wait a minute. I don't even know anymore. Oh, no, we're, well, maybe the Wranglers going on the penalty kill? I don't even know anymore. It looks like Wranglers going on the PK now. Well, I definitely appreciate the tech crew getting NATV available for everybody. For this period specifically, they would have missed quite the show so far in this period. Well, looks like we do got a PK. Oh, Estenev is going to the box. I don't even, not sure what for? I don't know. Oh, penalty kill time for the Wranglers. Warriors with this one, top of the face-off circle. Chipping it down low behind the boards. Schaefer is currently pinned up on those boards, trying to just start a scrum. Everybody trying to poke away at this one. And this puck's still in a scrum. And now this one's sent down ice. Stusky with it on his paddle. Well, Stusky with a penalty here. I think Stusky's got some pent-up energy because he's been wanting to fight Peterson all night. Well, Wranglers got an opportunity to power play here in a little bit. Stusky's penalty going to get served by somebody from the bench. Well, they're going to have the face-off now in the Warriors zone. .120 left until the penalty. Well, they got a number 9 up for the Wranglers for the penalty. There's no number 9 dress tonight for the Wranglers. So not really sure who that's for. I think that's for Estenev. They forgot the 1. So I guess Estenev's the one in the box, and he's out in 1 minute and 7 seconds. Here we go, 4-on-4 hockey right now currently. Edquist poking away at this one. Battling right on the wings. Puck's gonna leave the zone. Burleson shovels it into the zone. Played offsides, waved away. Hedquist sending this one behind the net of Susky. And this puck's going to go up into the mesh netting. Well, we're going to get a face-off here now. In the Warriors zone after that puck up and out of play. 40 seconds left, double penalty for Kirill Esnev. And 1:21 left on Susky's penalty. That's getting served by somebody from the bench. Warriors into the zone. Now Miller, who has recently come back from serving quite a hefty amount of time in the box. Schaefer sending this one back. McCorster around the boards. Up ice. Rusega turning on the afterburners. Rusega trying to just get out of there. He was being held up by 2. Wranglers now going on a power play. 40 seconds of a power play for the Wranglers, but they got to get this puck back first. Warriors just trying to play keep away now. Wade into the zone. Wade looking for a shot. Held onto by Peterson. I'll get a face-off now inside the Wranglers zone here. Chandler on the face-off for the Wranglers. As he'll have right across from him 22 seconds left of the power play. I don't know what we're waiting on. Oh, we're back underway here. So we get the all clear from the official, or maybe not. Or no, hold on. We got something else going on now. I don't know, there seems to be some confusion. Maybe somebody's missing a stick? I don't know. Warriors bench was saying that it was a little bit of a theft from the Wranglers, trying to claim that they took a twig of theirs, but twig was not found hanging around with the other ones for the Wranglers, so case of the missing stick. 5 seconds left of a power play. Now just 2 seconds left of a power play. Hedquist keeping this one in, as this one's going to exit the zone. Domikev's with it. 8:54 left in the third. Smith to Gentler. Gentler into the zone. Warriors cutting this one out. Sending it deep down ice, and icing's going to get called here now. So we'll go back to the Warriors zone in just a second for a face-off here. face-off for the Wranglers. Iwinski across from him. Well, they're going to toss Miller from the face-off circle now, so it's going to be Estenev. Oh, nope, they're just juking us out. It's going to be Miller again. Burlinson sending this one out of the zone. Schaefer looking for some support. Warriors into the zone, poked away by McCorster. McCorster sending this one over to Schaefer. Schaefer. Pass intended for Rusega, cut out by DeRosa. DeRosa looking for a shot, and a big save there from Peterson. Gagnoa with it. Finds a pass down low, loose puck hanging there, and it is now covered up by Peterson. Chandler around the face-off. Iwinski across from him inside the Wranglers zone. Warriors shoveling this one back to Gagnoa. Fans on his shot attempt. Chandler tying his man up. Smith trying to get this one up and out of the corner. Hedquist looking to push his man back. Chandler scoops it up. Chandler looking for a feed. A little bit too far for Damakiev's. Icing waved away. And this puck bouncing at the blue line, tossed back in, delayed offsides, now waved away. Set on back to Sabo. Sabo slowing it down, 7:37 left in the third. Sabo. Behind the net, looking to kickstart the Warriors, up ice. Almost colliding with his own man, he's gonna rip this one into the Wranglers zone before going for a change. McCorster trying to send this one up and out. And now it's Estenev with it. Estenev into the zone, and offsides go the Wranglers. 7:12 left in the third here. Miller on the faceoff. Burlinson across from him. Warriors winning this faceoff, retreating into their own zone. Rusega floats up. Looking to establish a little bit of a foretrack here. Warriors looking for a cross-ice feed. They're going to cancel that plan as they're just going to go and stay on that same far side wing. They're going to send this one behind the net. Schaefer trying to clear it out. Kelly tossing this one back down low. McCorster looking for a feed. This one's caught up in the wings. Burlinson retreating back into his own zone. Miller whacking away at it. Burlinson into the zone. Burlinson still with it. Sends it into the corner. Rusega getting a piece of this puck. Rusega with the loose puck now. Corrister feeds it on over to Schaefer. Schaefer looking for a pass. Damakiev's trying to send it up to Miller. And a bouncing puck. So now the Warriors have it. They find a pass on to the wings, left on back. Warriors looking for a feed down low, and a loose puck hanging there. And now it's Miller with it. Miller looking for a cross-ice feed. It's Azadi. Azadi looking for a shot, kept out by Susky. 6:01 left in the third period. As we'll get an offensive zone draw in just a second. Face-off controlled. Jetler looking for a shot, blocked. Puck just over the net. Damagiev is looking to find a rebound opportunity on that. Now it's the Warriors the other way with it. Shipped into the zone, cut out at the blue line by Smith. Smith slows it down. Banks it off the boards as Azadi's going to just send this one in behind the net. Susky out of his crease and leaves it off for his defenseman. And a loose puck scooped up. Wranglers had it for a second. Now fed on up to Burlinson. Burlinson into the zone, spun around by Schaefer. Schaefer winning this puck back. Takes it behind the net of Peterson. Schaefer weaving his way through. Schaefer looking for his own entry. Into the zone he goes. Schaefer still with it. Schaefer looking for a shot, held on to by Susky. 5:15 left in the third period. Miller on the face-off here. Offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. 5:12 left in the third. Hedquist gloves it down. Looking for a feed over to Esenev. Esenev trying to win this puck back. We got a loose twig on in the ice. Rusega looking to work together with Miller to keep this one out of the zone. And here we go. Smith with it. Smith into the zone. Smith looking for a pass on through. Banks it off the boards. Miller with it. Miller. And has his pockets picked. Hedquist trying to get back. It's Iwinski and a net, and Peterson with a big save. .443 left in the third. Face-off control by the Warriors, looking for a shot, and a good block there from Azadi. Puck chipped up and out of the zone. And we're going to get a call for a hand pass here against the Warriors. Gentler will be on the face-off. It's the 211's Gentler. It's actually, looks like Sobel, a defenseman's going to be taking the draw. Kelly into the zone. Azadi tying his man up. Sends this one down ice. Damakiev's in pursuit. Damakiev's chasing behind net. Warriors almost losing the puck in their own zone. They're still with it. And this one deflecting off of the skate of Gentler. And this puck arriving at the doorstep of Susky's net. The Warriors now looking to chip this one into the Wranglers' corner. Schaefer looking for some support. Damakiev's allowing this one to get scooped up. A 2-on-2. Azadi to Rusega. Rusega into the zone. Slows it down. Looks for a shot just a little bit wide there on that shot. 3:41 left in the third period. And this puck turned over. Rusega feeding it on over to Esenev. Esenev looking for a shot, kept out by Susky. This one tossed back down low. Warriors looking to reset. Fed into the zone. Hedquist denying his man any room to work with. Warriors still with it. Miller trying to get a piece of this puck. Does just that, but it stays in the zone in the process. And a shot cut out by Smith. Smith with a great block on that shot attempt there. Wade tossing this one back into the Wrangler zone. Smith to the loose puck. Looks for a quick feed up ice. Finds Miller as this one's poked away by the Warriors. As they're going to find a man on the wing. Sobel offering some support. Puck off the bar and up and out into the mesh netting. Gentler and Sobel on the faceoff. Schaefer to loose puck behind net. Feeds it up to Bollinger. Bollinger carries it into the zone. Feeds it back to Gentler. Gentler looking for a shot. Not enough room to work with for a shot as Sobel cutting this one out. 2:37 left in the third. Berlinson brings it in, almost stuck at the blue line. Chorister freeing this puck up for Gentler. Schaefer with it. Schaefer. Bollinger dumping this one into the zone before going for a change. Shirk battling for this puck. Now McCorster trying to get a piece of this puck. Down low, a feed in this puck through the crease. Warriors still with it. McCorster Battling for this one in the corner. Gorser chipping it up and not fully out right, sending it back down low. Caught it in the skate of Iwinski as he turns this one into the mesh netting in the corner. And up and out for a face-off in the Wranglers zone here. 1:57 left in the third period here. Zadi on the draw here. Iwinski across from him. Puck in the corner, sent around the boards. Esnev scoops it up. Miller calling for it. Esnev banks it off the boards. Miller has it caught in his skate. He's got it on his stick now, but he's looking for some support and was looking for a pass to Zadi. That one cut out. Puck in the corner, toss back around. Poe trying to send it down low to Miller. Finds Zadi. Zadi looking for a feed. A loose bouncing puck sent into the opposite corner here. 1:28 left in the third. And a pass intended for Iwinski a little bit too far. Takes a big hit from Poe. Buckets off. Well, Poe's going to just be escorted off the ice. Poe's pleading his case. I mean, there's 1:14 left in the third period. I don't even know why they're bothering taking him into the box if he's going to be serving 2 minutes. Well, 1:14 left in the third, and I think we're getting a 5-minute penalty on Poe. We are. Bollinger on the draw inside the Wranglers zone. Smith to the loose puck. This one's going to leave the zone. One minute left in the third period here. Warriors just going to hang on to the puck and try and burn some time. 40 seconds left in the third. Fed on into Benderek. Benderek met by Schaefer. Risega and Schaefer crunching Benderek into the bench of the Wranglers. 25 seconds left in this one. Well, time's just going to trickle off here from the Blazers Ice Center. Wranglers going to fall here tonight. Well, that will do it for us here tonight, folks. Wrangler Nation, thank you for tuning in this weekend. As a reminder, your Wranglers back at home 24th, 25th, and 26th. Friday, Saturday, 7:14 p.m. puck drop. Sunday, 6 p.m. puck drop. Hope to see you there, Wrangler Nation. Thank you. Have a good night.